Hi and welcome to my new video. Today I'm going to show you how you can place the right parts behind our terminals and create a terminal strip definition. And the best part of the video will be that I show you how you can easily place all your terminals with only one click in your 3D layout, including accessories like this terminal shield holder. So if you want to save as much time as possible with placing your terminals, then stick around because we will jump right into it. Join the community today, hit the subscribe button and never miss a new video again. First of all, we start by creating the terminal strip definition, which we didn't make in the last video. So there are many ways to do it. I'll show you one in this video. We can go on Devices, Terminals, Navigator and open the Terminal Strip Navigator. And here we find our terminal strips. In our case we have X1 and X2 like in the project. Then we go on X1, make a right click and say Generate Terminal Strip Definition. And now we select the parts we want to add to the terminal definition. Most of the time you place parts like the end clamp and the terminal labeling here. So we click on the three dots, go on Terminals, End Clamp and select the right one. At the end of the video I will show you a list of all parts we used in this video so you could download them from the EPLAN data portal. On my German YouTube channel I already have a video in which I show you how you can download parts from the data portal, and I will try to link the video right now up in the corner. We select the end bracket and click OK. And as part 2 we select the terminal label. And as you can see I already have a variant CDS, which stands for my company name. And later in the video I will show you exactly why we need a new variant. So if you want to know why I changed some settings, then definitely hang on, cause it will make a lot of sense. But for now we stay with the version from the data portal and say OK. And then we can click on OK to close the dialog. And as you can see, the symbol is a little bit different to the rest of the terminal symbols. This is because we didn't place the terminal strip definition in our project. So we drag and drop this right here onto our multi-line page. And right after placing it, you can see the symbol switched and looks the same as the rest of the terminals. And now we can define the parts for the rest of the terminals. We can do this by mark all of the terminals here in the project, or we can mark them here in the terminal navigator. Then we make a right click, say Properties, we go to the terminals and select the one we will use in this video. And yes, I know this one is neutral and this is potential equalization, so we need to change the part here. We switch to the terminal for the neutral and to the terminal for the potential equalization. And now we have almost all parts that we need to place our terminal strip. We only need to add a partition and an end clamp again. So we could do this by adding it directly here as second and third part number, or we can go to the terminal strip navigator, say right click and then add it. And in this dialog you can mark the last terminal and say add alignable accessories. We click on Components, Terminals and Partitions, and in our case we need this one. And now we do the whole thing once again, but for adding an end clamp. And we need to make sure that the first and the last number is the same, so we don't have the partition at the end and the end clamp in between. Now we can click on apply. So the part on the multi-line page is done for right now, and you could create a report from the terminals or make a bill of material with the informations we added right now. So let's switch to the layout space. You can open the layout space when you click on view, and here under navigators you find the layout space. In my case I already have it opened, and as you can see there's no arrow on the left side, so we don't have any layout spaces in our project at this time. So we can make a right click and say new, and the name will be test layout space. We click on OK, and EPLAN opens the layout space in a new tab. And here we need to insert a free mounting panel. And because it's only for our little testing right here, we say we want a width of 300 and a height of 300 millimeters. We place the mounting panel and then go to insert devices again and say add a mounting rail. And here we select the mounting rail from Retail directly from the Retail data portal. We place it in the middle of our mounting panel and then switch to the 3D mounting layout. You can also find this under Insert 3D mounting layout, and here when you click on the navigator you should get exactly the same view as I have here. And then right under the plus EC you can find X with X1. In the 3D mounting layout you will find all the devices you have placed across your plan which have parts with 3D macros. And then we select X1 and drag it right to the layout space, and then we say yes, we want to place the whole strip. And at the first look we could say it looks very good, but we missed something. The terminal label didn't get placed automatically. And when we place it manually, we see that the handle and the mounting point didn't fit very well. And that's one of the problems I have with the 3D macro from the data portal. So every one of you who wants to place the whole terminal strip with only one click and save an enormous amount of time, stick around, because right now we will jump into the part where I will show you how you can adjust the 3D macro and how we need to adjust the part in our parts management so everything works automatically. I switch to my macro project where I already have created a new layout space with the name of the device. I open the layout space and insert the macro. And we insert the variant 1, because this is the original one from the data portal. And as you can see, the handle isn't where it should be. So we flip the whole thing upside down, we mark the handle, click on V, and then we hold the control button on our keyboard. Because when we hold the control button on the keyboard, we can place the handle between 2 points which we select. So I click on this corner and on the opposite side on this corner. And as you can see, we placed it perfectly in the middle. And the next thing we want to adjust is the height of the placement area. Because normally we stick this part into the end clamp, and I think in Pro Panel it should look also like we stick it in. So let's go to Insert, and here by Placement Area we can move the placement area. Then we tap 15 for 15 millimeters in Z direction. And you don't need to move this handle because it projects a point directly onto the placement area. So the last thing we need to do right here in this layout space is we need to make a double click on the handle, and under logic we need to withdraw all the mounting points permitted and add only one assigned mounting point, which is KLM. This is the name of the mounting point which you can find on the 3D macro from the end clamp. So we click on OK, and from this point on, this device can only be placed on a mounting point with the name KLM. And the next thing we need to do is go to the layout space properties and define the macro name. I defined it under the EPLAN standard for macros with a subfolder PXC terminals and then the name, in this case PXC.0807575_3D. Then we mark the layout space, click on master data and generate automatically. The next thing is we go to parts management, parts, electrical engineering, components, terminals, and here we have the terminal label. And to show you how you can create a new variant, I delete the CDS one. So we make a right click on the variant from the data portal and say new variant. And here we define the name of the variant. In my case, CDS, which is the short form from my company. And then we switch to the properties and change the graphical macro. We select the perfect fitting one we created a few seconds ago and say apply. And now we need to make a right click on electrical engineering, say new, and here we select the assembly. And then we open again components, terminals, and right now we open the end clamp to see the part number and the terminal label. Because I will name this assembly exactly the same as these two. So I say part number is PXC.3022118_0807575. So I know exactly what this assembly is about. And the next thing we need to adjust is the product grouping. This should be changed to terminals, and for this part I will stick with end clamp. And then we say apply. And the next thing is you should look if alignable is already checked. If not, then please check it through. And then we switch to assembly, and here we need to add two new assemblies. Here we fill in the part numbers of the single parts again, and then we click again on apply. And here we need to change the variant from 1 to CDS, cause at the part with the variant CDS we changed the graphic macro to the one we created on our own. And the next thing we need to do is check distributed placement for assembly, because then EPLAN will take this part and place it in our 3D layout space. If we don't check this, EPLAN would use a graphical macro from the properties of the assembly part. You could also create a macro where the end clamp and the terminal label is already stick together, but I don't like this version very much, cause I prefer to do it like we do it with any generators like the EEC or a G8. So we stick with the assemblies and the distributed placement of the assemblies. And if you want to have the single parts from the assembly in your summarized parts list or in your normal parts list, then you need to adjust the settings here. But for our testing, we don't need to change the settings. We click on apply and then on close. We go back to the project, click on the terminal strip definition, go to parts, and here we exchange the parts with the assembly one. We go back to our test layout space, delete the placement, switch to 3D mounting layout, and as you can see, the symbol has changed. It's not only a shopping cart, it's a shopping cart with different elements in it. And this symbol stands for assembly. So we drag and drop the X1 again. Say yes, we want to place the completely terminal strip, place the first part, and as you can see, EPLAN perfectly places the whole terminal strip with only one click. If that doesn't save you a lot of time, then I don't know what will. If you found this video helpful, feel free to share it with your friends and let me know in the comments. Have fun trying it out, and I'll see you in the next video.